Money's moving to me. I'm a millionaire. Money better cases. I ain't gotta chase it.
Hey, 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 what's going on, beautiful people? Happy Wednesday once again. I hope that you are having an amazing day thus far. And yes, I am back again for the third time today. We're doing marathons around these parts. And so if you're watching me live, go ahead and let me know where you're watching from. Rep your city, rep your country. Let me know where in the virtual building you are watching me from. This live stream tonight, it's going to be a little story time. So if you're watching me live, go ahead and say something, say something, say something. Let me know who's here, darling. Who is here? Live and direct. Let me know, let me know. Let me know who is here. And we're going to get started. If you go ahead and share your name and where you're calling from, I act like I'm on a dang on conference call. I do so many calls a day. I don't know what I'm doing, right? But let me go ahead and get started with my intro as I always do. My name is Sharita Leon. I went from being a homeless, disabled single mom to a two-time #1 best-selling author with books that were the best-sellers list for over 2 years straight. I'm also a life, relationship, and business coach, an internet marketing strategist, entrepreneur, international speaker, and the protege of the legendary Les Brown, a Forex trader and investor. And I empower my tribe to live their God-given purpose while creating wealth and have healthy relationships. I'm also a believer, and my faith is exuded in all that I do. So welcome, everybody. So as you've seen the title of this broadcast, I want to speak to you why trading Forex was just not enough for me. Now, before I even get into that, I'm going to share with you how I got into trading Forex and why I started trading Forex. I started trading about 3 years ago, almost 4. I can't believe how fast time has gone. And I initially got started in Forex because I always wanted to do it. Like, I didn't even know really what it was. I just knew that it was something that I wanted to do because I'm very business savvy, and I was always someone who wanted to learn how to grow my money and investing and things of that sort. So I started trading, right? But the other component to why I got started with trading was because I was tired of dealing with folks. I did not want to have not one other coaching client. I did not want to be a part of any marketing company. I didn't want to sell nothing. I did not want to be bothered with people. Okay. That is the God honest truth. It was a point in my life where I was just tired of dealing with folks. I wanted something different. And I also wanted to explore some other things for myself personally. And so I started looking into it. And I realized, I was like, wait a minute. So you mean I can make a whole lot of money and not have to talk to not one person ever again in my life? I was like, I don't have to be bothered with people. I don't have to get people to get on calls, buy products, buy my service. None of that. I said, oh, honey, listen, we need to go ahead and figure this thing out, right? So that's really initially why I got started in the foreign exchange market, right? So then I get started with the foreign exchange market. I got introduced to it by being a part of an educational company back then, right? And so the problem that I initially started having was that I was getting a lot of people to be a part of this company, but I was not learning how to trade, right? For those of you that do not know, Forex stands for the foreign exchange market, and it's a skill set that can literally change your life, right? But the problem was it's a lot to actually grasp. It's like learning a different language. So I found myself being stuck here doing all of this, and I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I'm recruiting people, but I don't understand how this thing actually works. And I'm like, this was not why I got in this. I got in this because I wanted to learn how to trade, right? And so fast forward, God gives me my strategy and I learn how to trade, and I do very well trading, right? And so when I say I do very well, I did very well. And so I finally get a strategy that God gives me, right? And I'm trading, and I'm talking about we're securing the bag. Do you hear me? Like thousands of dollars a day, right? And yet and still, I was trading. I have my own course. I still have my course, and people still purchase and actually learn how to trade from it, right? I have my own group where I was calling signals because my signals were about 90 to 95, 90 to 99% accurate, all the trades that I called, right? And so all of that going on, securing the bag, and then I still feel like something's missing. What the heck? Why do I feel like something is missing? This is not supposed to happen, right? Because remember, I told y'all the reason why I got into trading was because I did not have to deal with anybody. I didn't have to buy any products, sell any products. I didn't have to have people coaching people. I didn't have to do any of that anymore. I was able to just be on my phone and trade. Here I am doing that, and I'm still not completely fulfilled, right? Now I'll get excited because I helped a lot of people make a lot of money, okay? Um, but something still was missing. And so I was like, God, why do I feel like something's still missing, right? Because I told you I didn't want to do anything else. Why do I feel like something is still missing? And the truth is, regardless of how I felt, regardless of how much money I was making and still make, don't get it twisted, 'cause I'll always be trading, right? There was something missing. And the part of the thing that was missing for me, I had no idea what it was. I certainly did not think it would ever be network marketing again because I said I was done with that, right? I was done with network marketing. I never wanted to do that again. I never wanted anyone to try to recruit me. I was good, okay? And so because of that, I went on my own spiel, right? I'm like, I'm gonna do my own thing, and then something kept tugging on me, tugging on me, tugging on me. I'm like, Lord, why do I feel like something's going to happen, but I don't know what that something is, right? And so I'm still trading, right? I'm still trading, but I'm still not fulfilled. And hey, Monday, I just saw your message, but I was live, so I'll respond to you afterwards. And so I go, and then 8.5 months ago, God brings Tava to me, right? Now, listen, I told y'all I was serious. I'm like, I'm never doing no marketing again. Miss me on that. Here I come and I say yes to this company, right? Now, the truth is, although I said I never wanted to be a part of this company, this industry again, there was something inside of me that was not fulfilled. And if you're someone like me who is an overachiever, someone who always has to complete what they start, someone who is very vision oriented, someone who is very ambitious, even though I said I didn't want to do it again, there was still something inside of me that said, you got to do this. And so, hey. And so, because of that, because I knew there was still something inside of me that still want to be a part of this industry, somehow I was able to get back and say yes. Now, when I said yes initially, it literally did not come from a place of, oh, I'm excited, I'm going to do this. I borrowed somebody else's faith. I borrowed somebody else's belief, someone else who had great vision. Shout out to my mentor, Mr. Browning. Like, I borrowed that because I didn't have it, right? But he was able to speak to the vision, the dream that was inside of me that I had pushed away. And that's where a lot of people are today. Like, there are so many people that may be doing well financially, or maybe they've gone back to their career and they said, I'm done with marketing and all that kind of stuff. And they find that even though they say that little trinkets and pieces of people succeeding, you think, that could have been me. Oh, I wonder what would happen if. And so we let all of our past experiences keep us in that place. But that's because we're really called. We are called to this industry. There are people that I believe are called to network marketing. Just like there are people that are called to the medical field. There are people that are called to politics and, ministry and different things. And so it is for this industry as well. And I'm one of those people, right? And so it didn't matter. Thank you, I'm about to mess up your name, Nana. So although it didn't matter that I was making all of this money and I was doing well and I was helping a lot of people make money too, something was still missing. And the convenience of being able to be on my phone. Listen, don't get twisted. Like I said, I still trade, right? But it was something else, and I didn't think it was, slinging products. I was not going to do that. And let me tell you, in fact, I said to myself, I was like, ain't nobody trying to sell no products anymore. And let me tell you the truth, right? So I remember there was someone that I knew that used to be a part of the trading company that I was a part of years ago. And they had left and they were doing a network marketing company and they were selling products. And I said to myself, why the heck would you leave trading, the convenience of making money on your phone? Why in the world would you go and start selling some products? Like, what is wrong with you? That's what I was thinking. Yo, this is why they say never, right? I was literally thinking that person was crazy. Like, why would you do that? Why would you want to sell, products to somebody? Why would you want to go and be, entangled in doing calls and do meetings and all that? I don't want to do meetings anymore. Listen, y'all, I can't wait till this COVID situation is over so I can do some live meetings. It's crazy. And the truth is, things can also be seasonal. And sometimes we make these permanent decisions based off of temporary circumstances, based off of the season we're in our lives at a particular time. And the truth is, you're in your feelings, you were burnt out, all of that, and that's real. But the truth is, that was a season. For some of us, it doesn't matter because this is what we're supposed to be doing until a set time, until a set season, right? You have your pit stops along the way. And so while yes, it was exciting to know that I literally lived a lifestyle, literally convenient. Like no, wherever I went, wherever my phone went, I was in business, right? But there was something more. There was something that was missing. And the thing that was missing for me was the engagement. What? That makes no sense, Sharita. How do you go from saying you don't want to deal with people anymore to now saying, dang, I want to work with people. I want to be able to help them reach their goals. I want to get them excited again. I want to show them the possibilities of being in this industry. How does that happen? It's just like the story of Noah, right? Not Noah, Jonah, rather. Jonah is called by God to go to Nineveh and to go talk to people in Nineveh to get them to change their life. And Jonah's like, listen, I'm not going. They don't want to change. Leave them alone, whatever. And so Jonah keeps trying to run. And every time he tries to run away, craziness starts happening. Storms are happening. People getting kicked out of the boats. Like everything happens because he decides to go contrary to what God told him to do. Right? And that uneasiness that he was feeling didn't matter because he still had an assignment. And this is an assignment for so many other people. And so while I had what I thought I wanted, right, was convenience, was me having access to $1 trillion a day industry where I literally don't have to talk to nobody. I literally just go on my phone, doop, doop, doop. Oh, that looks good. Boop. Okay, we're good. Yet that still wasn't enough. It still was not enough. And so the truth is, there are some people that would almost never learn how to trade, right? You can show them how the simplest strategy and they still won't get it, right? Because one, they've told themselves they can't. They see all these, graphs and lines and they're like, what in the world? What is happening? So they won't get it. But I know that there are people, right? There are more people that can say, oh, okay, Sharita, so what I got to do? Take 5 sachets of tea and sell it and make $25? Oh, okay, I could do that. Post a before and after picture on social media? Oh, I could do that. They can understand this. This is simplistic enough for them to do. This is simplistic enough for them to change their family's life, right? And so my whole purpose in life is to be able to change other people's lives. And you guys hear me say that in my intro every single time, to help you live out your God-given purpose and create wealth at the same time. And the masses understand this. They can do that way easier than trying to figure out a chart, right? But more importantly, there was a certain level of development that had to take place when being in this industry and when being able to change and touch other people's lives, right? There's something that happens to you when you're able to hear no and still keep going, right? When you're able to do a meeting for the first time and speak in front of people for the first time when you used to be scared to do that. There's some type of development that takes place that is like none other. That you're not going to get behind the screen just looking at some charts. And so while I will always be trading, right? That is one of my businesses that I personally have. I'm not a part of any network marketing company that trades, none of that, right? Or teaches how to trade, because no, marketing is not, Forex is not no marketing. But for me, the fulfillment that I was missing came in a company called Tava. That thing that I kept feeling like I needed more of, what is it? Why am I feeling like I'm not content? What is going on? It was called Tava. It was this dang on Kai Detox tea. It was this Valet 30. It was this Vita Plus. This was what I was missing and I didn't know it. And I almost missed it. I almost missed it because I allowed my past experience to leave me bitter. I was upset. I was angry. I didn't like how certain things were done, right? But that does not change the word spoken over my life, right? That does not change what I'm supposed to be doing in this space, in this industry called network marketing. It doesn't change any of that. But God is so faithful in that He would allow an opportunity like Tyler to take place for me to be a part of a company and literally be a part of the company in the very first stage, literally from almost day one. I've never had that experience before. I've never had the experience that I've had in Tyler, period. Be it from the product standpoint, be it from an opportunity from customer service, leadership. I never had that before. This is amazing in that it's been life changing. And so there are those of you that are in that same space, right? You're in the space of, I'm done with marketing. I don't want to do it again. I want to find something where I don't have to deal with people. I don't want to be burned out. I don't want to do any Zooms. I don't want to do any home parties. I don't want to do all of that. You keep saying all of that, right? You don't want to do because you're broken and you might have gone through some things. I get it. Because trust me, the fact that this stream is happening right now truly shows you it's all God. Because I promise you, if it was up to Sharita, it wouldn't be happening. Right? But for those of you that know there's still an inkling inside of you that believes in this industry, you know it works. You know it works because you know people that it worked well for, or maybe it worked well for you at some point in time, right? So you know it works. And let me give you a little secret, right? That's not really that much of a secret. The home-based industry has risen in new enrollments as a whole since this whole pandemic has happened. People are looking for other options. So the truth is, now more than ever, this is when you would want to be a part of it. Let's just be real. Because people are actually looking for other ways, other streams of making income. Which then makes your life that much easier if you are someone that's in this industry. If you're in the industry of network marketing, creating a home-based business, and people are actually looking for you, that makes your life easier. Whereas just a little while ago, it would have been slightly different, right? But then how more convenient is it to now have a company that has superb products, customer service, and it's brand new, a groundswell opportunity? Most of you all that are watching this now, or they're watching the replay, because I know there's going to be a lot of people watching this replay. They don't want me to see them live, because a whole lot of y'all know, so I know you're going to come watch this afterwards, but it's all right. There are a lot of you that literally know that you should be in here. Hey, Sabrina, that you know you should be in this industry, but you have allowed the past to keep you there, right? And so it doesn't matter that you went through all of that because you didn't have an opportunity like you have now, where you have a groundswell opportunity with a company that literally is amazing. Not because I said so, because truly it is, right? They have products that work, a culture that is phenomenal, leadership that is grand. They have, customer service that's amazing. Like I've never seen customer service like this anywhere, especially in this industry. And right off the gate, remember y'all, Tava is only 9 months old. Literally, only 9 months old. So I need y'all to think about this. And I might have to delete this after I say what I'm about to say. Listen clearly, okay? Because I'm going to say the name, so you pay attention. Mr. Lloyd was the VP of sales for TLC, right? Now, that first year, he grew that company to 500%. 500%. Okay? The people that started off with him when he first launched that company in America and that stayed a year later, they all became millionaires. I need you to think. I need you to really think. They all became millionaires. Because why? They were literally at the forefront of a movement. They had a ground floor opportunity. Here we are with Tava, a situation that was far greater than many of the other startups and like similar companies in the past few years. Think about where your life can be a year from now when every single person knows about Tava. Well, not every single person, a year from now, but a lot of people know about Tava in a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, when Tava literally is a household name. What do you think that's going to do for you because you got started now? I need you to think about this. Like, this is not getting emotional. This is being logical and allowing you to tap into vision, putting your business hat on. Because that was the other thing that I did. When this opportunity called Tava was presented to me, although I was very reluctant, I put my business hat on and I said, if I don't do anything, if I don't build this thing, if I do absolutely nothing but secure a position, and if this company really does well, like I think and know it would, because I know what Mr. Lord did before, I said I'll be good. This was literally the conversation that I had with myself. I initially had no real intentions to build it. I just said, let me secure my spot just in case it takes off. Because in the event that it takes off, I'll be really good because I have a good spot. That's what I said. Because listen, my leader, my mentor, the person that enrolled me in the business is Mr. Clavon Browning, who is a diamond in the company, who is literally enrolled by Mr. Lord, who is the owner of the company. I said, Sharita, don't be stupid. You are a businesswoman. Don't be stupid and say, nah, I'm going to pass. No, I'm not going to do this anymore. You just hold you a spot. Hold the spot, and if this company takes off, girl, you're going to be sitting real nice. And that's what I did. I had no intentions of building this thing. That's why it took me a good 3 to 4 months before I actually really started doing anything like that, because I wasn't really planning on doing it. I'm being honest, right? Keep it 100 with you. And so guess what? In 6 months, Tava is rated the 33rd fastest growing company out of the top 500 in the entire direct sales industry. And now we're in 9 months. Tava has done millions of dollars in sales. Tava has tens of thousands of distributors. And this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning. See, this is why it takes vision to be a part of something like this. Because you have to be able to realize I am building something here. I'm building towards my future, but not just my future. I'm building for my legacy, for my last name, to set my children and my children's children up. That's what I'm doing right now. And so I see that vision. I realize this is what we've been doing in only 9 months. Do you understand that in a couple of years, how so many people's lives are going to be changed to such a level where their life will literally look unrecognizable? Like, this is real talk. Like, you have to be able to see beyond. You have to be able to see beyond. This is not for the faint at heart. This is not for the people that are complacent where they are. This is for the visionaries. Right now, I'm talking to the visionaries who have a wealth consciousness and who are legacy minded. That's who I'm talking to. Everybody else can fall off. Right now, I'm talking to the people who are legacy minded, who can see beyond, and who are truly about creating an inheritance. This is an opportunity that literally most of you have been praying for. This is an opportunity that literally is the manifestation of what you were presented to when you first got introduced to this industry. The stories that are currently being created and the stories that will be created come from this moment that many of us have been praying for. When I was introduced to this industry well over a decade ago, it was for today. It was for today. The hopes and dreams and aspirations that I had when I first was introduced to this industry, it didn't come to pass, but it's happening now. Imagine, this is like 13 years ago. God shows me this industry, shows me the vision, shows me what I would be doing, but it's not happening until now, 13 years later. And so this has to be in your mind and in your heart. This is the opportunity you've been waiting for. This is the timing you've been waiting for. Everything has been leading up to now. Everything has been leading up to now. And if you don't see this opportunity, it's because you got in your own way. Not because the products didn't work, not because they didn't ship out the products, not because you didn't get paid. It's because you didn't seize the opportunity. And at the end of the day, you are the one to blame for that. It's not God, it's not anybody else. It's you. For you to have an opportunity like Tava to be able to partner with some amazing people like myself, like a Dr. V, like a Dr. Sam, for you to have these amazing giants to be working with, and you choose to pass or wait and not even at bare minimum secure your position, that's a faulty play on you. Because what's going to happen is you're going to see us in our elevated place. You're going to see the band bosses everywhere. You will see us on billboards. You will see us traveling. You will see us everywhere. And the thing is, you could be here with us. It's an open invitation. An open invitation. But you know what? Tava means art in Hebrew. Tava means art in Hebrew. Do you know that the people watch Noah? Like, oh, he crazy. You gonna build what? Ark? What the heck is an ark? Rain? Ain't never rain before. What is rain? What rain? He done lost his mind. I knew he was crazy. Yeah, he drunk all the time anyway. That's what they were saying. That's what they were saying until it rained, honey. So now that it rained, hey, you can we get on the ark? It's raining out here. Can we come in? Is that gonna be you? Is that going to be you? Or are you going to be the person that says, I don't need to wait for the world to crash before I actually secure my position? I don't need to wait. I mean, quite frankly, we're kind of almost already there. And look at that. We didn't know when we got started 8.5 to 9 months ago that all the stuff that's happening now would have happened. But God gave Mr. Lloyd the vision to create an ark, to save some people. And while others will laugh, others will watch, they'll snicker, they'll talk about you, go ahead and do so. So I'm going to give you something to talk about. I'm going to give you something to talk. My life is going to give you something to talk about intentionally. And so you have to figure out, is the story going to be created by me, or am I going to allow someone else to be my ghostwriter? That's what you have to ask yourself. Am I going to write the story of my life, or am I going to allow someone else to be the ghostwriter of what I actually do? Am I going to be someone that is proactive rather than someone who is reactive and trying to squirm and trying to figure out what to do, being so hasty, being so emotional, when the whole time you could have been poised, relaxed, and ready, and just hop on the ark? So listen, I have a 3-way call to do because there's folks coming on the ark, right? There's folks coming on this ark. There are folks that are partnering with the band bosses because they realize that we didn't come to play games, but we came to change lives. They realize that billionaire flow, millionaire flow, it resonates with their heart. They realize that they want to leave an inheritance for their children's children. They realize that there's a greater life out there for them. Like, there is a greater life out there. regardless of what's going on, regardless of what you may be feeling, there is a greater life for you. That's real talk. There's a greater life for you. And if you believe that, I want you to type, there's a greater life for me. Now I'm going to ask you to be bold enough to actually create that better life. Be bold enough, courageous enough to build that better life. And listen, I say the greatest way to do so is by getting on this arc. Because trust me, you want to sail into a greater way of living. We got just what you need. So listen, if you're watching this video from my page directly, you need to inbox me now. If you're watching from YouTube, email sharitaleon@gmail.com or inbox me on Facebook. But it's time for you to move forward now and get things going. Listen, I gotta go. My phone is ringing. So I thank you all for watching. Until next time, only believe until the end and go get your life. Be blessed, everybody.
I'm a millionaire, money better cases. I ain't gotta chase.